The next one's the non-traditional exercise. This is the kettlebell swing, one of my favorites, especially if you're trying to increase your cardiorespiratory fitness. It really gets your heart rate up. In the book it says that you probably shouldn't substitute that for cardio, but if you are going for interval training, high intensity training, I love this one because you can do it anywhere with anything really, and it does get a lot of big muscle groups. So this one's targeting your legs, your posterior chain, right? So we're gonna get your hamstrings, your glutes, all the way into your lumbar spine, right? And even your calves maybe. And then also we're getting your quads, we're getting your core, and then your deltoids, your anterior deltoids, all right? Because we're lifting that kettlebell. But the main emphasis is on the legs on this one. And the coaching note I like to say is usually the power is coming from the lower body. You'll see somebody swinging it, right? And it seems like it's coming from the upper body, but really it's from the lower body. So with the kettlebell swing, same sort of thing with the feet. Always start with that feet position because everything's going to build off that. So with the kettlebell swing, I would say just about shoulder length apart, you know, just enough so that when the kettlebell comes down, it's enough to go through the legs. Sometimes I've done this with a plate, with a weighted plate, you know, and I will go a little wider just so the plate can come down. I've done it before where I've totally hit my legs there because they weren't wide enough. So I would say whatever's shoulder length apart within range for that to get the kettlebell through. All right, with this one, we're doing the same thing. Shoulders down and back, chest is up, making sure our spine is nice and neutral, flat spine here. And what we're gonna do is we're going to bend the knees, so we're gonna flex our knees and our hips. We're coming down to grab the kettlebell, and we're gonna come underneath. So we're gonna come underneath the legs here, coming up as we extend the hips and the knees. We're pulling up and back down. So it's a nice swift movement, the upward phase, downward phase. All right, from the side, we're contracting the glutes and the hamstrings. So we're coming down and up. All right, you see maybe some people wail that thing super high, puts a lot of pressure on that lumbar spine. So I tell them, hey, if you're prone to back problems, maybe go a little bit lighter and also keep the swing a little bit lower, right? So probably with the belly button is a good gauge there. And I tell them if you want to try a little bit higher each time you get that momentum going, you feel what feels right for you. But the lower we stay, the less prone we are to that back injury. Just making sure they're super warmed up on this one too, because that can really take a toll on the back there. Now a regression would be doing a deadlift, because we're not adding the swing phase. So the deadlift, we're going to do the same thing. Chest is up, legs are slightly bent, soft knees coming down the center. All right, once you've met your hamstring flexibility max, right? Gonna pull it up. I know I need to get more flexible, guys. This has helped me with this though. So coming down and pulling up. Same thing, we're contracting the glutes and the hamstrings, coming up. If you want to add your row, you can too for upper body. All right, so this is a really good regression for people that where they feel the kettlebell swing hurts. I've had some people say that when they're doing swings, their tendons here get a little inflamed just because of the pressure of the swing. So some of them will wear compression sleeves for the kettlebell swing, or I'll have them do the dumbbell, or the kettlebell, I mean. They can do it with a dumbbell too, but the deadlift, because you're still getting that same benefit. So that's a non-traditional exercise. I love that one. You can do it with a water bottle, anything lighter. It's all about form on that one. So for instance, a little coffee cup right here. All right, we're gonna swing it just like a kettlebell swing. So notice from the side, I'm still working those muscles. The resistance is a lot lighter, right? It's only this cup, but I'm still getting some benefit. And I tell people if they go on vacation, they can still do this movement, right? There's no excuses, but it's just not going to be the same intensity as with a kettlebell. So I hope that explained the exercise as well. I'm really excited to see what your clients like too. They love kettlebell swings. You, of course, can do single arm. I was reading a study that says that it engages the contralateral side of the core a lot more, like 46%, versus the two-handed swing. A new one that I had my clients do this week, and Ray, who's taping right now, we did this one today actually, is the single leg kettlebell swing. So pretend I have my kettlebells. So you're coming down and up. Very challenging, especially because of that load on the leg is unilateral. So it looks like this from the side. Down, up, down, up. It really burns those legs. So that's a really hard one. I usually go down to like 10-pound kettlebells or even maybe lighter than that, because when you add them together,